Salvation at the chapel. I really wish it would let me do one of these other missions as well, but I guess that would take forever. So anyway, salvation at the chapel. And we will save.
Salvation at the chapel. Cause of sorrow.
Captain? Captain! Where are you? Hey, Professor, have you seen your old man? Too bad. I guess it will have to be you then.
I'm back. Sorry for the delay. My last mission took longer than expected.
Captain, thank goodness you're here. There are reports of demonic beasts near the chapel.
Nonsense. I haven't heard anything about the monastery's walls being breached.
That's why I'm heading there now, to see what's really going on. You'll join as well, won't you?
Of course. We're both sworn to protect this place.
Where'd they come from?
It's odd. Just before they appeared, someone saw a number of students heading toward the chapel. They were apparently acting strange, as though they weren't in their right minds. Shortly after, demonic beasts started to appear, one after another.
Were the students killed?
The students. There's no way those demonic beasts got in from the outside. But none of that matters right now. We need to act. Go summon your students. Damn it. I wanted to talk to you about something important, but there's no time. There's never any damn time. But this is much more urgent, so it can hold for now. I'll meet you there.
I have a feeling that there won't be time later.
Nope.
If this is the chapter about sorrow.
Yep.
Thank you.
Isn't that always the case? There's something important that they
Thank
wish
you.
to tell you, and they either tell it to you on their deathbed or don't at all, and it's always that lingering regret.
Or we find out about it from other people, slash,
you.
like, that secret thing in his office.
Well, the secret thing in the office, yes, that he was alluding to. But also, if you were born after he left the monastery, where did you come from? And it might, I mean, Jarl might not even be your father.
Okay, so I've got my 10 units. Oh, get out of here, Catherine.
I do wonder what the statistics are for
Let's look.
what characters people have romanced in this game, given that there are so many. I remember there always being so many polls for the BioWare games, for especially Mass Effect and Dragon Age. And there were pretty staunch camps and factions rooting for a particular love interest.
Oh no, dear sweet dad. Oh no.
Isn't there another Dragon Age game coming out?
Yeah, Dragon Age 4 is kind of on its way. Potentially.
The thing about Dragon Age is, I remember when Origins came out and my friends on the dorm floor were playing it. And I probably watched the introduction a couple of times because they kept trying out different characters. And I remember all the advertisements being, blood, more blood, so much blood, get covered in blood, blood splatter everywhere.
Yeah, I'm very glad we've moved away from that kind of stupid marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Whoa, Sethlian monks.
I don't really see that much for blood physics in games. Maybe some splats on the ground and on characters, but there's nothing about them being dirtied into cutscenes and other things. Not that it was a huge attractor for me, but the world of Dragon Age just always seemed so dark. I prefer there to be color and some happiness. I suppose they wanted to have that gritty down-to-earth feel rather than something awe-inspiring and fantastical.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not uncommon.
But those games would definitely have a lot of lore, and I love lore. You did play Inquisition, to an extent.
I played some. I didn't play as much.
Now, that is potentially interesting to me because in that one you could play as Kunari.
Yeah. Which is the
Horned race.
Yeah, well, that's the group that I played as.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because in the previous games, you were only able to play as human, elf, or dwarf. And in those situations, typically I choose elf. But, they're just the generic fantasy races. And I prefer if you have something with unique characteristics, or I don't want to necessarily say animal traits, because I mean, the horns are akin to various cloved creatures, cervine creatures. You have your goats and your rams and such, but they definitely had more of a demonic flair to them. The Kunari.
I don't know.
Also, you could be so colorful if you can choose red skin or green skin or blue skin.
I definitely agree with you that it would be nice to see more games that not only focus on other people, but like, well, not other people necessarily, but focus on like
creating their own unique species rather than relying on the old ones. That's what I liked in part about Mass Effect. Because they were dealing with science fiction, they were forced to create their own unique species. Whereas I feel like fantasy too often falls back on the ones that were established in our own mythology and lore, like the old ones, and then maybe various mixtures of catfolk. There are always so many catfolk. But I think part of the difficulty with creating unique creatures is that the more estranged they become from human physical characteristics, the less likely people might be to emote. For them to emote and for players to associate with them. At the same time, look at how there can be characters that are completely masked and how much emotion they can show just through what they say and their actions and their gestures and whatnot. And there are so many creatures too. We've had this conversation numerous times.
Yeah. I apologize, I'm very quickly
You're getting everyone equipped and
well,
ready.
this is actually something I haven't done yet, but or done before. But effectively oh, there's where he's getting rally strength from. I was wondering where I got that ability. So there are these abilities that you get from different classes. And I actually have never used them before because for the most part I never needed to. Let's see, might as well go with Armored Blow. I could also do Lance Breaker, but I don't need it. But yeah, so they're slottable buff abilities that you get from mastering classes.
Mm-hmm.
And I've finally mastered enough classes that I should probably...
There
Wait,
really
all of
are
your what?
demonic beasts here. They're emerging from the chapel. I'll head that way. The rest of you, protect the students who weren't able to get away.
Wandering, you skipped the prerequisites.
Somebody
stupid beasts! Don't you dare come over here!
Okay, it's... One, we can just check the conditions whenever. Throughout the enemy, don't let dear sweet Dadums die.
Okay. Because I know that Geralt was mentioned, and I assumed it's because it's the oh, you can't let him get killed.
Yep.
But... people are discussing Anthem and Andromeda and such. Yeah, we tried playing Andromeda. It was,
It was vaguely adequate. It had its moments, but for the most part, desperately needed...
Stay focused.
More.
Really, a lot of it was the facial animations for the characters. And the appearances of the main protagonists.
I'm gonna be giving myself the shoes of the wind.
But also maybe the building aspect.
Ready and willing.
Was there a building aspect?
We were upgrading the bases and you were tootling around on the Hummer or the RV. Oh,
I kind of like stuff like that.
I shouldn't call it a Hummer or RV.
It was the Mako.
It was, yeah,
Whatever the
four-wheeler.
higher tier version of the Mako ended up being. Let's see. Rescue. Grab Dorothea, bring it closer.
But yeah, the thing about
That's my cue.
Dragon Age 4 is it seems like it's a direct sequel from the events of the previous game, so I'd feel pressed to play prior games.
Here we go.
Hey, thanks.
The only Dragon Age games that really are connected are 2 and Inquisition. And
But I thought you met the characters that would eventually be...
Yeah, so it I don't think any of the characters from 1 are recurring that I remember. Oh, it's called the
Not
Nomad.
even the bald elf guy that's definitely appearing in 4.
Oh, he might be.
Is he in all of them?
No. Oh, that student's in trouble.
That beast. There's a stone or something on its forehead.
Uh-oh, Monica. Where was Monica in all this?
Unsure.
She wasn't the creature. Did they just give a profile picture that was different? Or is she one of the students that's overseeing everything?
Sure. There we go.
This is going to hurt, okay?
Dango.
I won't go down so easily.
Oh, nice.
Dang space lasers.
The demonic beasts were actually students. How can this be?
Ah. Oh, so did you take out a creature and that was Monica's portrait that came up afterwards?
No. We spotted the, We spotted the, stone in the head of one of the beasts, and the Monica box popped up.
Interesting.
Yep. Not gonna be able to get behind that thing, am I? Let's see. How does the wall respond? The wall responds with insufficient hand axes, but oh boy. He can't even hurt her. She doesn't even care.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hilda the monster. She's just so much fun. Okay. I nose this guy. I can. He'll do some damage. Maybe. Nope. Never mind. No damage.
Woohoo! I love seeing crits.
Look at you!
Thank you. But my friends who couldn't get away, are they okay?
Any other monsters? We do, but I don't think he's gonna make it in time. The rusted axe. Okay. We'll go after that one.
Ooh, ouch.
Fight me. Oh,
Watch and learn.
that's less fighting. More ranged combat. Can't wait until I get that counterattack ability the Death Knight has. No, it's Dad. Dad, stop. Bad Dad.
Oh, now unabandon that student to the corner.
Oh, another healing staff. Those are nice. I don't really know if I have much of a use for them, but that's okay.
Anyone going to stand on that experience space? Oh, there you go.
Stop suicide charging. Let the children fight this. That is... Holy crap. I can hit that from here?
Wow.
That's impressive. Let's see, what do I got?
Oh,
what has
you
the
have a
highest
Sagittarius,
crit?
I see.
Boron has a 25% chance to crit, but this is better.
Take me seriously.
There we go.
Wow, crit.
20% chance to crit is like 100% chance in Fire Emblem math.
Oh, but you also gave her the wand?
Yeah, I gave her the wand that makes it so her range is stupidly far.
Well, that's why she can hit from there.
Oh. But she took damage from that. Interesting.
Oh, how sweet.
Maybe the further the range, the more damage I ends up taking.
There,
Well.
there could be a price, if you will, for using those weapons.
Very possibly.
Oh, yep, there you go.
That is that.
Wow, I have a 43% chance to crit. Ass.
I was so scared. I'll find a way to repay you. I promise.
Oh, the counterattack ability is not available? Ah. Let's see. Gambit? Oh. Apparently we have a support Gambit. That's less cool. Actually, in that case... she might have a Gambit. It does
I've got
some
another
damage. I just want to turn his stats down. Think it also stuns him? I'm not entirely sure.
Well, I do
he is-
see the
He is stunned.
yellow cuckoos, if you will. Really, they're just glowing lights, but...
Let's see. And once with the Iron Axe.
Shall we dance?
Man, everybody's critting today.
So, yeah, Monica had been acting in a peculiar fashion ever since she was returned, and she had been missing for a year. She could have been brainwashed and quote-unquote saved along with Flame with the sole purpose of trying to create a demonic infiltration from within. But then at what point would...
Your
the church
sweet
was supposed
father.
to have so much at its disposal. Why didn't they investigate this further?
Please stop running away from Flame. Thank you, Flame. That did kind of suck. Let's see. Heal. Physic. Ooh. That's some range on Physic.
It's adjusting.
Got a rusty bow. Iron Lance. Iron Lance. Let's break the Iron Lance. I could have chatted up Dad. Wait,
Ooh,
I could have
crit.
chatted up Dad?
Before the mission?
Sorry. That was a close one.
You saved me. Thank you.
Too late now, I guess.
You were supposed to talk with him about something important.
Yeah, but after the mission, but at... Well...
There isn't a trace of evidence to be found in the chapel. This must have something to do with Remire. Perhaps...
Wait!
Huh? Another student?
Mm-mm.
Run along now.
Thanks for all your help, sir.
Uh-uh.
You're just a pathetic old man. How dare you get in the way of my brilliant plan, dog?
Oh, he turned back time?
Thanks for all your help, sir.
Was that Nemesis?
Huh? What are you doing
Ah.
You must survive, merely because there is still a role that I require you to fulfill.
Sorry. It looks like I'm going to have to leave you now. To think that the first time I saw you cry, your tears would be for me. It's sad, and yet I'm happy for it. Thank you, kid.
Kid. Professor. Son.
And, of course, the sky weeps along with you, too.
Well. Rest in Dad, Dad.
So this is where your father lived. Are you still crying? If turning back the hands of time was not enough to save his life, you must accept what came to pass was fate.
Wasn't fate.
Control yourself. Though Gerald's death was at the hands of wicked ones, a fate is still a fate. Oh, your father said to look for something here. He must have been referring to whatever is behind that bookcase there.
That's one hell of a big desk.
Your father's diary. Huh. His handwriting is prettier than his face would suggest. Well, well. These entries here are from before your birth. He seems to have been writing this for quite some time. Read that part there. Horsebow Moon, year 1159.
Day 20 of the Horsebow Moon. All is cloudy. I can't believe she's dead. Lady Rhea said she died during childbirth. But is that the truth? And still, the child she traded her life for doesn't make a sound. Didn't even cry at birth. Day 25 of the Horsebow Moon. It's raining. The baby doesn't laugh or cry. Not ever. Lady Rhea says not to worry, but a baby that doesn't cry isn't natural. I had a doctor examine the child in secret. He said the pulse is normal, but there's no heartbeat. No heartbeat. Day 2 of the Wyvern Moon. Sunny. I feel I must take the child and leave. But the church is always watching us. I don't know what Lady Rhea has planned. I used to think the world of Lady Rhea. Now I'm terrified of her. Day 8 of the Wyvern Moon. More rain. I used the fire that broke out last night to fake the child's death. Lady Rhea is in a state over the news, but I can't change what I've done. I've got to take the child and leave.
Well now, that baby must be you. That means... Someone is approaching us.
Ah, here you are. To think that that Geralt would meet his end like that. I hope you know that you were the most important thing in the world to him.
I was? So I think the other one's bad.
He wasn't the most emotional guy. I'm sure expressing his affection wouldn't have come naturally to him. After what's happened, it's up to me now. I, Alois, swear to protect you in the captain's stead. Sorry. This isn't the time for my blathering. Lady Rhea is looking for you. I came to tell you that. I'll take my leave now.
This book is filled with secrets yet unknown. We must return another time to read the rest. Oh, but I have at least figured one thing out. I know now why our fates are intertwined.
Professor, I have been waiting for you. I am filled with grief at the loss of our most celebrated knight. Geralt was an ally of many years, and also a dear friend.
But it had been so long since you last saw him.
He fell in love with one of the nuns here at Garreg-Mach. Their love produced a child, whom she died giving birth to. It was her decision. She weighed her own life against that of her child's and, in the end, implored me to save the child. Your father never truly accepted that decision. He took the child, took you, and disappeared without warning.
Did I inherit my crest from my mother? Or who was my mother? Neither of these options matter.
Yeah, neither of them really matter. She'll probably explain either way. But you know that your mother was a nun. But...
Okay.
Yeah.
Your mother. She was my...
Sister? Sister?
I'm sorry for the interruption, Lady Rhea. There's something you must hear immediately. A report from the knights patrolling the area.
Very well. Professor, you are dismissed for the day. Please rest and focus only on mending your heart. Understood?
she was about to say my sister or my
Pet dragon.
daughter or my...
It's all dragons, all the way down.
Part 1. White Clouds. Guardian Moon. Where the goddess dwells.
In your head. In your head.
Long ago, the guardian Seiros made an appearance during this moon. She had been summoned by the goddess, whose soul was suffering as the flames of war raged across Fódlan. Some believe that high in the sky above Seiros, the Immaculate One's mighty wings are what powered the strong winds carrying the Guardian and her forces into battle.
Oh.
Oh. There's a
The hunter was
new
skinning
deer
the wolf,
family.
and the deer was twitch-pated.
Well, I thought it implied that the fawn was growing up.
Yeah.
Unless those were the two adults.
No, the fawn was growing up and was looking doe-eyed at some stag.
No, the stag had tiny little horns.
Mm-hmm. It's a new stag.
Day 5 of the Garland Moon.
it was a
year
donut.
1157. Clear skies. I picked some flowers for her and returned home. The look of joy on her face at the sight of these flowers will be even more beautiful than the flowers themselves. Yeesh, that is enough. His entries from before your birth are full of such romantic blatherings as that. Oh, it must be deeply moving you to hear such things, but now is not the time for whimsy. Someone is here. You do not wish for them to see you in this state, so pull yourself together.
I thought I might find you here, Teach. Not the type to wallow in solitude, huh? That's a relief, let me tell you. So, what were you reading? Is that Gerald's?
Love letter. Diary.
So it is. Hey, maybe this has some entries from when Gerald left the monastery. Is that so? He was the captain of the knights, but something made him leave the monastery in a hurry. If it has something to do with your birth, knowing what happened may get us closer to knowing what secrets the church is hiding. Teach, would you mind letting me read that diary? I know how important it is to you, but I'm not asking lightly. Please allow me to borrow it.
Sure.
What if it disappears? But also, I mean, I suppose you've been gaining his trust. What is... The thing is, if people find out the contents of this diary, won't you be outed as some kind of peculiar creature and everyone? I suppose so. I mean...
It just seems like... I mean, no matter what, we're hooked to Claude for the rest of the game.
Right. You might as well trust him.
I'm forever in your debt, Teach. If you'd refused, I would have had to sneak in here in the dead of night. I wasn't looking forward to the prospect. Anyhow, let me fill you in on what's been going on lately, and not just as thanks for pointing me to that diary. Rhea dispatched the knights to various locations in a frantic search for the enemy. There's a rumor that she's already secured some information. Something big is going to happen soon. That has me wondering, if you find out where the enemy is, what will you do about it? If you ask, No, scratch that. All of us students would gladly lend a hand, even if that means going against Rhea's wishes. Don't forget it. Now go. Everyone's worried about you. You'd better show them you're in good spirits.
Oh, thank you. You saved me.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim. I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya. There is something I need you to do.
Oh, of course. I am always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
How annoying.
Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her, so there is nothing to be done. You are our greatest creation. We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods. Now is the time to cleanse Fódlan with that power and bring forth our salvation.
There will be no salvation for you and your kind. Those responsible for such gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need, all for a purpose.
Huh.
So he's a robot?
Don't know.
I mean, they're equivalent of a golem birthed by...
Yeah, maybe. Ingrid's birthday.
Okay.
Uh,
So when are we going to
Ingrid.
save and go to bed?
After Ingrid bed.
Okay, after Ingrid party.
Where's Ingrid?
Wander, of course, is looking at the tea. Can we at least get to the tea scene?
Ingrid. Post tea. Ingrid likes chamomile.
Thank you for inviting me. What a nice aroma. I really enjoy this tea. Thank
Offer
you.
tea. Cheating at friendship. That's what I do.
It's a bit hot.
Everybody say that?
Everyone's always surprised at how hot it is initially.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Oh, not
Dang.
the hopes for the future.
The time limit makes this hard.
That's why you go with your
Yes.
intuition. How about school? You get gifts she'd like to receive?
Probably monastery,
Monastery
security.
security?
She's a knight.
Yes, I
Oh
agree.
yeah, she is. Okay, got that right.
Yes.
A new gambit?
New gambit.
Wow.
Yeah.
As a child, my father and brother used to yell at me for spending so much time with my horse.
Laugh?
Laugh.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Observe. Observe. Nod. Joke. Nod. Banter.
Sure.
Flee. And goodbye.
Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
The reason why I said laugh is because she's like, oh, my father and brother thought that I was spending way too much time on the horse. And they're like, ha ha ha. You know, you should laugh at something like that. Oh, look at how sad your character
He's
is.
maximum sad.
Even the music is... Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
It's just always raining outside too, and just like other sad bits.
Because beforehand you always had your arms crossed over each other and a hand on your chin. What does Sothis say?
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you.
Thank.
Well, it would be ridiculous to not feel anything after something like that. Go on and let it out. I am here.
Oh, we had actually like...
Was there a cry session that we missed?
Yeah, it like pooped over
They should have just shown Byleth, or in this case X, just sprawled out on the bed, crying. And so this
crying
just sort
into
of
his ridiculous sleeves.
hovering there.
Professor.
Just no.
Hello there.
Is everyone crying?
I think so, yes. I'd like to do some gardening. I mean, realistically, we should...
Everyone's probably going to be giving condolences.
Yep. More flowers. Oh, hold on. Gardening. Cultivate. Babylonian soil. That should help.
Hello there.
Okay. Everybody is sad. I'm just trying to... I guess realistically we should leave the rest of this for another time. As in probably tomorrow night. Because we are tired. And it is late. Unsurprisingly late.
Need something?
Okay. I have a little bit of...
I'm just upset that no one suspected Monica of ill will. And that she was just allowed to rejoin everyone after being missing. After having vanished for a year.
Yes, so.
Supposedly in the clutches of those villains? I would have definitely asked questions. How was she kept all that time? Why?
Do we want to peek at the Geralt thingy and find out that it's been snagged?
Sure, let's see. Wouldn't it be in...
Really?
Claude's room? Or no?
It's not
Where's
in here.
Flame? What did she say? Especially after that night.
Flame.
You have lost your father. Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me. Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
Oh. It's here. We still can't go into that weird room.
Well...
But no, his office is this one.
Yes. But
it looks so much larger in the cutscene.
Oh, Sothis is popping up.
Oh.
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
Ah, the ring.
That ring! I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Geralt showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall? He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
Thank Dad. Always looking out for grandbabies.